with our first presentation on EUthMappers, Learning by Teaching Mapping by Quan Hui Wen and colleagues. The project focuses on mapping into STEAM education across universities and secondary schools in 5 European countries. So we will be hearing from the presenter from the video.
Hello everyone. My name is Quang Huy Nguyen. Today I will introduce the project EUthMappers and what we have learned during the project. In the presentation, I will introduce three main parts. The first is general information about the project. The second is three phases of the project, including handbook, local mapping, and humanitarian mapping. And at the end, I will introduce some supportive tools. At first, EUthMappers is an ERASMUS initiative to promote STEAM to high school students in European Union, in which enhancing digital skill and environmental civil engagement. The motivation of EUthMappers is to create an European mapping community similarly to EUthMapper in high school level. This bridge between theory and practice using open source geospatial tool and collaborative mapping on OpenStreetMap platform. There are three phases of the project. The first is developing the handbook. The handbook is provide comprehensive training materials, including geospatial technology, OpenStreetMap and its applications, local and humanitarian mapping, have been translated into 6 languages. In the local mapping phases, each school will select and propose one local mapping project. They will implement and then present with the local authorities. Depend on each theme selected by the schools. We can see the difference between all the contribution of each school. For example, in this result, we can see the graffiti a mapping project by Portuguese students in Amadora. Next, we come to the humanitarian mapping phases. In this step, at first, we introduce EUthMappers sustainable development goals to the students so that the student can have basic foundational knowledge about humanitarian mapping. We promote also, we have organized 2 workshops so that the student can understand well the humanitarian mapping. Before coming to the actual project, the students have been trained on OpenStreetMap sandbox. We can see on the left, it is a simulating project in Idlib, Libya. And to the right, we can see the students are ready to contribute to the real-world project in Afghanistan, where they have contributed more than 18,000 buildings here. Finally, we come to all the supportive tools. Throughout 2 workshops, we have used several interactive quizzes, such as multiple choice or geospatial quiz, so that the student can interact well with the topics. We also enhance ID editor so that it can work well on the smartphone. And to keep up with each step in the process, we have done several statistics and data visualization. For example, we can see here a 3D web application which we will deliver each week to the partner so that each of us can comprehend the project well. And thank you for all your attention. If you have any doubts or questions, you can contact me through this email. Thank you.
Kwan Hui Nguyen for that presentation on the activities of YouthMappers.